right. So you said I can see how you guys view it as non-enterprise developers who have not rolled out changes for continental users for decades.
Right.
So I'm
So I can
guessing
comment on that.
I'm guessing right there you're saying that you have that experience, correct?
Correct. So I'm a retired international cybersecurity consultant.
Okay.
I've worked at AOL Time Warner. I've worked in the federal government. Uh, one of the chief security people for rolling out the California Health Exchange, as
Okay.
well as working internationally. And so these big companies, they're compartmentalized, and they have to do things slower. But some of the startups who still have venture capital backing them and have a lot of money do things in a way that's not aligned to the best software development lifecycle, or SDLC.
Okay.
So, and I can see where when you look at it, you just go, look, I could see an app. I could probably go chat with AI and create this app, right? But there's different mechanisms. So EzCater, for example, is rolling out an application that says, here's a bunch of crap data. You assemble it and you can take some of the orders if you want. It was a pain in their butt at first.
Mm.
But now these other companies DeliverThat and Zifty are starting to show them, hey, you can make money from this. The only thing you have to do is clean up some of that data. The clients want to have this relationship with you. That's another revenue stream. But to take it over too quickly would mean a big company like EzCater, they're Titanic. They can't just turn the ship real quick, right?
All right.
So they'll slowly do things like what we're seeing, roll out these new features. But now what I was saying is that at one point they were partners, but now they're starting to become competition, because as you can see, for like Honey Baked Ham, for DeliverThat orders, they say HBH. That's a personal relationship. That means that they stole that relationship from EzCater.
Mm.
So EzCater has to do something. They have to fight back, because this is apparently a disruption. And I really recommend that you got a lot of time in the car, listen or read the book, The Innovator Solution. And I found out about it by reading, if you want to read this first, Steve Jobs' book, because that's what this is. And it's just over and over and over. It's historical, back to Honeywell. That disruption and the way disruption works, the big guys know it and they feed money to it. And it's easy to see that Delivered is the leader in this disruption. And DeliverThat is the little brother of Delivered.
So when you say is the little brother is just more of the disruption that you're speaking of, correct?
I mean, Delivered got there first, and they've got a LinkedIn page. Their comms are really good. The way that they have the communications to make their drivers feel good, but at the same time making their clients feel good. Whereas DeliverThat came up from making the drivers feel good. And as we can clearly see, since they said, hey, we were about to sell, but then we decided no. I was like, what? What'd you just say? So right then I knew I could no longer care about the tiers, right? Because I'm like, if you're going to sell at any time, that means I would be building loyalty to you. And you're going to sell to somebody else. So that means all of the loyalty that I built with you will be gone. Right? So I listened to you because you said multi-app. When you said on the show about, hey, I made a mistake, I was at multi-app, I'm like, wait, what? I was multi-apping because you said, hey, whatever you do, don't stick to one. This is a gig economy.
Right.
Don't rely on one thing. So I ate your dog food on that one. I'm glad I did, because Delivered started outpacing DeliverThat, like you guys were saying.
Yeah. Now, from your perspective, the way that you just broke all of that down, I will be honest and say that I never actually took time to look at it from those lenses. It's like, yeah, that's another reason why I like to have these types of conversations, because it's always like a moment of enlightenment when someone pulls me in a direction that I actually didn't even take this lane right here. You know, it's very interesting, especially with how you said DeliverThat is Delivered's little brother, but
Mm-hmm.
it's because they got there first. And
Mm-hmm.
but most people like myself, and I'm going to be honest here and say people like myself that would think like, oh, well, they have the volume. We compare volume to volume, and then we say, nah, Delivered is DeliverThat's little brother. But technically speaking, the experience that I've had on Delivered with their new rollout and everything is just makes everything just so, it feels so much better than
Correct.
what DeliverThat did. Yes, there's a lot of fussing and fighting at the moment because of all the things that the way that they went about doing it, and the relationship I had with them. I also have a relationship with Delivered as well, but the relationship with their rollout at Delivered, it didn't tarnish any kind of relationship we had because of the way they went about doing it, and I respect the way that they did it. But DeliverThat, man, you
Well,
really
yeah,
got me
I
choking
agree
up
with you.
here. You really got me choking up because I never took this lane. I never took this lane, and I got to give a major shout out to you because I love. That's why I said I love having these types of conversations with someone that is gonna now put me in this other lane, a different perspective that I never actually took into account. So
Well, and
go ahead.
right back to you because I'm sitting out here, doing Uber Eats and DoorDash,
Yeah.
trying to get on Spark, and I'm
Hmm.
going, there's got to be something else, right?
Hmm.
And I found you, right? And so
Shout
if
out
I
to
can give
me.
anything back, yeah, if I can give anything back, that I love it's reciprocal, right?
Yeah.
But so I think Delivered's model is a little bit different as well,
Yeah.
because they're more, hey restaurant, how are you doing? Whereas Deliver That was, hey restaurant, how you doing? But drivers, how are you doing? You guys good?
Yeah.
Now
Yeah.
they're like, restaurants, how you doing?
Yeah.
Right? But it's a little weird place in the game because as the world is starting to notice, uh, you can't go and have a war and take all of their people and make them your workers who work in the fields anymore.
Yeah.
So people are becoming smarter. NFL players,
Yeah.
remember
Yeah.
Jim Brown? He didn't make anything,
Right.
right? But he still was bringing in all the money. Now
Hmm.
the players are starting to share the revenue. I think with gig workers, it's not going to happen tomorrow. But what gig workers are starting to show is, your worth.
Yeah.
So what you're starting to see with Delivered is, hey, restaurant, if you really like somebody, you can have that relationship with them because we're tracking their metrics. We let them see their metrics. And if you like them, we'll let them come in. I have a relationship with, like you, I have a relationship with a restaurant. They don't call me all the time, but I'm definitely one of their top drivers.
Yeah.
Right. And that is facilitated. So what they'll do is they're like, hey, do you have a gig? And I'm like, yeah, but how much is your gig? And they'll say, here it is. Now it's still on the delivered platform. So I can cancel out that gig and take their client's restaurant, right? As I can take a delivery for them because they have in their platform the ability to assign it to me. Deliver that. You heard anybody say from a restaurant, oh, I'm going to assign it to you? Nope.
No. No.
Because they don't have the development processes in place to even manage a change like that.
So
Are they managing their GitHub requests? What does their change management look like? What does their release management look like? I would ask that for Deliver That, but I would not ask that for Delivered because of what they just executed.
So, do you feel the way that the Nola grind explained, like they're not finished, it's not done, it almost felt rushed? Do you feel like, do you agree with that or you disagree with it?
And that's where the first part of the paragraph comes in to say, I could see how you could say it looks rushed.
Hmm.
Deliver That, they did a good job. Like what they moved, that took some weekends and some, nail biting because they had to move databases, they had to move IDs, that was that was a gargantuan task, right?
Okay, I see what you're
They had to
saying.
completely change their infrastructure, man, and say,
What
oh
we
man,
can't
we
see
got
up front. What we can't see up
correct.
front. Oh my gosh. Okay. All
Yeah,
right.
all the back end systems that had to,
Mm,
be working. And then
mm,
that, okay, I'm going to be making this live rollout. I'm going to have to shut down a system and bring up another system. And
mm-hmm,
there's thousands and thousands of dollars of deliveries that have to go. So we have to have backup plans for manual, right? So
mm-hmm,
they did a lot of planning. But thankfully, the change, I'm pretty sure, was just linking into uh, either a library, an API, or a module
mm-hmm.
that just had to be configured by a dev with DeliverThat to make this feature work. And naturally, one of the features that I'm pretty sure it has is, hey, we're going to give you 10 minutes. Hey, we're going to give you 5 minutes. There's a command that they're sending in that, it's an argument that can be passed for a profile for a third party like DeliverThat, Zifty, or Delivered. Because it was so funny. Right after you said Zifty's doing it, I was like, I have never got an offer from Zifty. It
Mm.
wasn't 5 fluffing minutes after your show. Zifty,
Mm-hmm.
exclusive. Oh my,
Yeah.
and nothing else has happened, by the way.
Right.
I just think it's funny how that happened. I'm like, what?
I've only gotten one exclusive Zifty offer. I haven't gotten
Same.
anything else since.
And
I've
I think
gotten
they're
the notif.
testing.
Well, they probably are, because I know in my market, Zifty is actually a lot more busy. I'm not saying that they're busier than DeliverThat, but there's a
Have you
lot
heard the
of
rumor about
offers
them?
between. Say that again.
Have you heard the rumor about them?
No.
They are EzCater.
Oh, okay. Well, I heard that. I mean, of
Okay.
course. I was thinking like, oh, it's either their EzCater or
Yeah.
EzCater is like fully funding whatever that they got going on back there. Like
Right. Which
because of
backs up
the
my
ratings.
hypothesis.
Yeah. Go
Right. It
ahead.
backs up my hypothesis that EzCater said, "Hey, we want some of this money."
Mm.
Right? Yeah, we'll
Oh.
still let Delivered and DeliverThat get it, but we're going to take the big fat ones. We're going to take some of those tips. We're going to get some of that money because why give it away if we can make it ourselves? They showed us how to do it.
Yeah. That's
So
interesting.
in the theory of disruption, there's a critical juncture where the leader, the EzCater, says, fight or flight. Am I going to fight you and say, hey, there's money in here, or are you too little stupid and you're going to fail? And if I change my operation, I'm going to lose money. Now, that's how Walgreens was born. That's how Kmart was born. That's how Walmart was born, right? Because somebody said, hey, I want to go create this Walgreens. And they were like, I don't think that's smart.
Mm.
And so they let them go. And then all of a sudden they became bigger than Woolworths,
Mm.
right?
Oh, Woolworth. Oh my gosh.
Yeah. Yeah,
Woo!
Woolworth was made up. It was a company. It was kind of like Sears, right? But
Yeah.
Walgreens was like, "Hey, I think that people want this store, but smaller." And some people were like, "Nah, I don't think so." But
Mm.
hey, here's some money. Go do it yourself. And the customers needed it, so it's like, okay, there's a disruption. So Woolworth
Yeah.
said, "Do we fight or do we flight?" We're gonna pass. Oops. Right? And then Walgreens took it over. And there's just over and over and over and over and over. It's theory. It's taught in business school. This is not, something that can't be predicted.
Yeah. Now, so I always found it very weird that the rating system through Zifty, it was more tailored to EzCater. So I'm like,
Mm-hmm.
and I think in our conversation last night, the Nola Grind, he said like if EzCater pulls out, like that's the end of the company, really and truly. But I
I
know,
don't understand that.
okay, so what he was saying is like their main client is EzCater, and we don't see. I know DeliverThat and Delivered. Since I've been to their both of their HQs, I know Delivered
Oh,
has
wow.
some other partners, right? I know they are partnered with Olo as well, right?
Okay.
But they have some other like direct partners and stuff. But I know as far as living in this market, DeliverThat has direct partners. They have Olo partnership. They have EzCater partnership. They got a lot going on. And a lot of these major brands that they're partnering with, especially like Potbelly, they are now there's this thing that I get often. It says Nash. I don't even know what that is, but I see Nash for pay weight orders. I see Nash, or is it PF Chang's? One of them, but Nash. It says Nash, and it says they could be a pay weight order. They could be a salty donut order. But these Nash offers, they don't pay well at all. Right. So going back to what the Nola Grind said, he was kind of like referring to, since it seemed like their only client, speaking of Zifty, is EzCater. If EzCater were to say, nah, we're not going to feed you any more orders, then what's going to happen to Zifty? They're not going to have any work.
Okay, now I see what you're saying.
But at least with DeliverThat.
I wasn't putting that together because I'm going, well, EzCater is Zifty. So that's why I was.
Okay. But at least with DeliverThat, they understood like, hey, we can't just have a partnership with the biggest one, which is EzCater. We got to have a partnership with Olo. We got to have our own direct partnerships with these restaurants. And in the words of Matt Maloney, when he was the CEO of Grubhub, he said that these customers are promiscuous. So in other words, these restaurants are promiscuous. They're not just using just one platform to get their catering orders in. They're getting them from EzCater, they're getting them from Olo, and they're doing it themselves as well. But they just needed a delivery service, and then DeliverThat stepped in like, hey, we'll do it for you directly. So right. Shout out to them for actually like looking at it and saying, hey, you know what? You could partner with us directly, and we'll just send our drivers. And that's where things got a little shaky, because some of their partnerships, do you remember? Well, I got to first ask you, how long have you been a gig worker?
2023, end of 2023.
Okay, so let me give you a quick little history. All right. So Grubhub was the number one app before DoorDash took over. Okay. Now, Grubhub formed a partnership with Yum Brands. Yum Brands, if you know what Yum Brands are, the different restaurants?
Yes.
All right. So when they partnered with Yum Brands, everything went downhill. Okay? So that is kind of like, I'm going to say, the Pollo Tropical of DeliverThat. They partnered with a platform. They get a lot of orders now, but the payouts are not great at all. These are the $8 that the pickup is like maybe like 45 miles away, like the $7, the low payouts, the zero gratuity. These majority of them are with Pollo Tropical. Now,
I need to prove myself. I have to prove myself. I'll take the $8.
No, I don't recommend anybody taking the $8. But
right.
Pollo Tropical would be one of those that if it came through directly from them, it may pay very well. It may show like a $400 payout, but more than likely, they're going to cancel it more than 2 hours on the same day. That's a part of the route that you built. They're going to cancel that really good payout before it's time to pick it up. Now, there are
I've never had that happen. I heard you say that on the show. The level of upset I would be.
Yeah, it has happened to me a few times. And wow. I complained about it. Or I let me take that word complain away. I'll say I've made them aware of it, and they said they would look into it. And I still get the same kind of situation. So I'm like, hey, maybe they didn't fix anything, but hey, it is what it is, right?
Well, going back to, I'm sorry if you weren't finished, guys.
No, go ahead.
So going back to one of the things that we saw moving away from for drivers, by drivers, or by drivers, for drivers, is their customer services. I think everybody talked about it. What do you mean you don't pick up anymore? Why aren't why are the messages so curt, right? So when I got my first exclusive offer, it was lowball and it was far away, but it had that little eye on it, right? So I was like, okay, I'll call in. They'll say, hey, yeah, they didn't tip you. Pulled up to the guy's house. He's got a, what's that Tesla Cybertruck and a Tesla, right? I'm like, okay, this is great. Guy didn't tip at all. But so I called them and they're like, well, that was the price. And I said, really?
Yeah.
You're not going to do anything? And they're like, nope. And that was brand new. There has always been a person who's like, hey, let's see what we can do. Hey, no, it doesn't look like we're going to be able to do anything, but let me they at least took a look. Now it's like, no. Just like the person who said to you, good luck. I'm like, you said good luck to UDM?
Yeah.
What is the matter with you? Not that I'm not calling you Elvis, but I'm saying that is somebody who has been loyal to you.
Right.
And it aligns to buy drivers for driver. I don't remember what it is anymore. Why are you doing that? What are you doing? If you're going to treat him like that, none of us have a chance.
Yeah.
And that's been my experience. I mean, people always say, thank you, Gracie. Oh, this is so great. We really appreciate your help. You felt like what you would always communicate on your shows on YouTube was, hey, we're in this together.
Yeah.
Not anymore.
Maybe
that was shame on us. Maybe that was shame on us.
Mm-hmm.
But since they said they were drivers, it helped us say, okay, but now they're a corporation.
Yeah.
And they need to do what's good for them. And God bless them. Because it doesn't suck. And I am getting much better offers than I was before and able to plan them 2 days out.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So at the end of the day, that's why I said what I said in last night's live stream. I said, I'm not going to just throw the app away pretty much. It's like, no, okay, all right. I'll let y'all do y'all thing, but I now have to treat you like all the other ones.
Oh, yeah. What time it is, D-Fam? Yeah. It's time to, go get your money.